right, good Monday morning. Hopefully you had a chance to have a nice weekend, get out and about and enjoy the pretty decent weather. This is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Beylon in the First Alert Weather Center. So we've started off our work week with some fog, and as we take a live view from our Shawano Skycam, you can see that it's still there. Now, this camera that we are showing you here of downtown Shawano is up a little bit higher in elevation compared to some of the other sky cams that we have, so it might be exaggerating the thickness of the fog, but you get the general gist. There's some fog out there, and even though in the lower right-hand corner the temperature box is blank, the National Weather Service hasn't reported a temperature out of there in the past few hours. Up through about 4 or 5 a.m. it was 32 degrees, and so it's not just fog, it's a possibility of some freezing fog, especially north and west of the Fox Valley. That's a phrase you haven't heard in quite a while, right? Freezing fog. Yeah, we're heading into that time of year where if you get fog and temperatures are below freezing, you could have icy spots on the roads. So, while visibility is good across eastern Wisconsin, visibility not so much. Shawano, Anago, up towards Rhinelander, even Iron Mountain, visibility is hovering around 1/4 of a mile. And these are areas where the temperatures are near the freezing mark. So again, untreated, lesser traveled streets could be a little bit slick. We're at 31 degrees right now in Green Bay. We'll be up to 48 at 10 o'clock, 54 degrees at 1 p.m., high of 55, and then dropping back into the mid-40s this evening. We'll have seasonably mild temperatures and bright sunshine thanks to high pressure in the Great Lakes and across eastern Canada. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictors high temperature forecast. 53 for Lakewood, Pembine, Marinette, farther south, 56 in Oshkosh and in Fond du Lac with a high of 54 in Sheboygan. Temperatures will be a little cooler than yesterday, just barely because of this wind out of the east around 5 to 15 miles an hour. That's an onshore breeze coming in off of Lake Michigan. So we'll see sunshine today and clear skies tonight. Our next weather maker is becoming less and less of a thing. As we go into the midweek, we're going to have some clouds move through the area, but it's looking like rain is unlikely. Our rain chances continue to shrivel up. Our rain chance on Wednesday is down to 20% and only a 10% chance as we go into Thursday. So here's what's going on. We've got rain to the west, out across the Dakotas, even a few snowflakes out in the higher elevations. Low pressure coming into the high plains is driving a cold front in our direction. Yes, that front is pushing in our direction, but the low pressure system is going to be tracking farther south towards the mid-Mississippi Valley. And so that is one of two reasons why we're looking dry through the midweek. The other reason is this. High pressure to our east is pumping in an east wind across Lake Michigan. And as that dry breeze blows across the Great Lakes into Wisconsin, that's going to help gobble up any rain chances that try to push in our direction. So here's First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. This is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Some more fog across the North Woods. Otherwise, you'll have some sunshine across eastern Wisconsin with clouds perched just back to the west. Now, as that wind picks up across Lake Michigan Tuesday night and into Wednesday, we'll have some lake-enhanced cloud cover. And if you look closely, you can see a couple little isolated showers that try to drift in off of the water. That's your 20% rain chance, folks, for Wednesday. It's not looking very good if you want precipitation. And it looks like we're probably going to be dry heading into Thursday as, again, the lion's share of the moisture passes by to our south. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast with sunshine today, 55 your high, 55 again on Tuesday, except a little more breezy, and that wind will continue into Wednesday. As we go through Wednesday, you look for sunshine to give way to a mix of sun and clouds. Slight chance of a shower on Wednesday, probably dry Thursday, and Friday also has a slight rain chance. Friday is Halloween, and we've been giving you First Alert updates for over a week on what that trick-or-treat forecast looks like. Well, here's our First Alert update for today. A high of 51, clouds. I will put in a tiny chance of a stray shower for Halloween. Otherwise, probably dry for trick-or-treating in the evening, and temperatures will be falling back into the upper half of the 40s. It is going to be cool and relatively comfortable compared to how it could be for this time of year. Now, once we get into the weekend, we're going to find our highs dropping back into the upper 40s for Saturday and Sunday. We'll have mostly cloudy skies. And Sunday, by the way, is when the clocks fall back an hour as daylight saving time comes to an end. We're going into standard time. That's a good time to check the batteries in your electronic devices, your smoke alarms, your carbon monoxide detectors. Always a good idea to do that when the clocks spring forward or back an hour, like we are going to experience this weekend. Now, Sunday, that's when the Packers are back at it, and it's a home game against the Carolina Panthers. You know, they haven't been home in a while. They haven't been home since, well, let's see here, against Cincinnati Bengals back on October 12th. So we're due for a home game. So the Carolina Panthers come to call at Sunday at noon, Lambeau Field. Mostly cloudy skies, and at the kickoff, about 47 degrees with a brisk to breezy southwest wind. I think it's going to be dry during the game, but afterwards I expect some showers to move across the area Sunday evening into Sunday night. All right, so don't forget to use our WBAY First Alert weather app. It is a great daily tool to give yourself the forecast. And even when you just need a quick hour-by-hour forecast before the kids head out the door, get you an idea of what the weather is going to be like when they go off to school, this is a handy tool. And you can download it for free by scanning the QR code on the left side of your screen. It's WBAY First Alert Weather. Coming up on Action 2 News at noon and at 4, meteorologist Nolan Kane is going to be giving us a forecast update, and he'll be checking out the latest information. And if he doesn't yawn too loudly because of the boring weather pattern, he'll have your newscasts, your weathercast rather, coming up in just about a little over 3 hours from now at noon and again at 4. Yeah, pretty quiet weather pattern, but we're going to do the best we can to keep you in the know what's going on and first alert you to all the little interesting things that are going on with our forecast as we wrap up October and get ready to inch closer and closer to November. Hard to believe that is right around the corner. All right, thanks for watching our First Alert Weather live stream. There's Nolan behind me. He's getting ready. Nolan, the sun's in your eyes. You're just in a...
I'm glowing!
Yeah, Nolan's glowing, everybody. Look at that. The sun is just... See, behind me there's a window, and the sun is just kind of ducking underneath the blinds and right into Nolan's face.
It's right in that crevice, in that little gap.
Yes, so it's just right there, right across your face. Nolan is glowing, everybody. Anyway, hopefully he's still glowing at noon today when you tune in. All right, thanks for watching. Happy Monday. Enjoy the sunshine and the mild temperatures. Bye-bye.